and hazelnut cream.
Will that take long, dear?
No. You'll have it as soon as monkeys fly out of my butt.
That material is adorable. I have a pool cover made out of that. Oh, no, I don't. It's actually repurposed truck tires. But maybe I should. Jameson, take a note.
Pool cover out of business suit.
Thank you, dear. She is a treasure. He is a treasure. And you? Oh, you're a find. I mean, this whole company is a find. I can't believe no one snapped you up yet. Plastic housewares? It's almost too adorable. Jameson, is it too adorable?
Oh, it's just under the too adorable wire.
Miss McQuaid, I understand that you want to check out my operation, but I have to wonder why I've never heard of you.
I can answer that. McQuaid Lifestyles is a Dutch subsidiary of a Lithuanian partnership with a French-German company wholly owned by two Bahraini oil sheiks who prefer to remain anonymous.
Yes. And Mike and Jimmy, oops, the anonymous oil sheiks, want to explore the framework of the concept of the notion of the idea of a possible merger with you. And do you know why?
Because it'd be adorable.
I like the way this man thinks. Ashtray into doily.
Ashtray into doily?
Ashtray into doily.
Simply pulverize the glass into cunning 1.5 millimeter shards, weave into a tabby cross-cut pattern, and you've got a shimmering silver doily. Well, that'll turn any party into a celebration and vice versa.
It's a good idea.
Ah! Don't throw that out. Just 1,500 more and you've got an unspeakably adorable Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa ball.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me to don't tell you what to do.
Don't tell me not to don't tell you to don't tell me what to do.
I give.
Miss McQuaid, you should know that my overriding concern in a merger is the welfare of my workers. And the only thing that could change that is if the deal gave me huge, heaping truckloads of cash.
What exactly did you think was going on?
I thought he was trying to kill you.
He was trying to kiss her goodnight.
How did you know that?
Know what?
That he was gonna kiss me goodnight? You were upstairs.
Cassie told me.
You spied on me?
I wasn't spying on you. I was reading your mind. Watch this. You're about to yell at me.
May I interrupt?
No, you may not. I am still mad at you.
So much for your ESP.
Jack, what are you doing here anyway? It's Friday night.
Unfortunately, the bad guys don't take weekends off. We have only 48 hours to stop what might be one of the worst cases of espionage we've ever come across. Are those Raisinets?
Yeah.
I love Raisinets. I love raisins and I love chocolate. With the Raisinets, they've combined them. The name of the company is Sendrex Technologies.
Grande 4-pump decaf, triple soy latte in the venti cup.
Oh, that's mine.
Tall, non-fat, no whip, double shot, white chocolate mocha.
Me.
It was started by 3 fraternity brothers at Stanford who don't get along now. After graduation, they relocated to Redondo Beach.
Tall Americano, extra milk, cinnamon on the side. That's mine.
Initially, they developed software for video games.
Plain coffee.
That's mine. Where was I?
Sendrex, Frat Brothers, Redondo, video games.
Right. After the dot-com bubble burst, they adapted code from their video games and developed targeting software for missile defense systems.
I love video games.
Well, we believe they're illegally exporting the software to foreign buyers.
Not all of them.
This is the worst case of espionage you've ever come across.
Well, no. But it's not easy getting you over here on a Friday night. And it is serious. And the agency's exhausted all other possibilities of finding out exactly how it's being transferred or even which one of the 3 partners is the guilty party.
So if the agency has done all they can, what do they expect from us?
They just want you to use your unique talents to get close to the suspects and figure out which one is guilty.
What do you mean unique?
Is there a sweet and low?
Jack.
You know, talents that you have that no one else has.
Like hacking, stealing, conning.
Not really.
Thieving, breaking and entering, butt kicking.
No.
You want us to date them?
No. No. I'm not saying that at all. What do you take me for?
Then what exactly do you want us to do?
I want you to get to know them. Over dinner and drinks, in a social setting, wearing nice clothes.
Oh, okay, now I see the difference.
You do want us to date them.
Only if that's what you want to do. Look, I'm sorry, but nothing else is working. We have to crack this in the next 48 hours.
Why 48 hours?
Because that's when the software is being transferred. We don't know how or who's doing it, all of which you'd know if you'd read the packets.
Look, Jack, we are not sexual objects that can be used as date bait to seduce secrets from computer geeks.
This is Sammy August.
Is he mine? Can I have him, please, 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 please? Oh, too much?
This one is for Shane. Here's his complete file, likes, dislikes, hours, hangouts, addresses, habits, everything you need to know to develop a plan to meet him.
Is he yelling at a nun?
Maybe she misquoted the Bible.
His name is Craig Zinn. Carries his laptop with him 24/7. You need to get into it.
You said there were 3 suspects?
Neil Gordon.
Neiled? N-E-I-L-D?
I didn't name him.
Not Neil?
Neiled with a D. Can we move on?
So what's his story?
Short. No hobbies, no hangouts, no interests other than work. He wakes up, goes to work, comes home. On Saturdays, he does errands. I'm not saying sleep with them. I'm not saying date them. I'm just saying find out what you can, by any means necessary. How about some Jack Daddy love? You know what I'm talking about.
It's 2100 hours. We all know our assignment. With a precise and coordinated attack, we should be able to complete our mission by 0300 hours. Ready? Or we could just relax, watch Sex in the City, and hope the cleaning fairies show up tonight.
And that reminds me of what I miss most about prison.
Not having to shave your legs?
Okay, second most. Housework. We never had to do any housework. Why can't we do what they did there and just get a couple of guards to hose this place down?
So we've gone from imprisoned hardened couch potatoes to freedom-loving couch potatoes.
Yeah, but now we have the choice to be worthless and lazy.
You know, I used to clean my own cell. I was once even named Inmate of the Month. Never got to use parking space, though.
I don't get it. We're highly trained government spies. If we can break into a jungle drug factory...
Actually, they caught us.
Yes, but...
And they hung us from trees in bamboo cages.
I know,
It took
but
us 2 weeks to chew through the bamboo.
my point is, if we can break in, get caught, get hung up in a cage, and chew our way through, we should be able to bust a little dust.
Yeah, but where's the glory?
Exactly. There's no challenge.
That is really starting to get on my nerves.
We do seem to be doing it more and more lately.
Do you think it's because we're spending too much time together?
Yeah, we know everything about each other. Likes, habits, enduring little idiosyncrasies.
What's wrong with that?
You organize your sock drawer by color, length, and date of purchase.
I see what you mean. Look, we're a team. We're gonna know a lot about each other. And there are times when knowing exactly what each other's gonna do is a good thing.
Make sure they transmit to the van where you'll be monitoring, then we secure the perimeter.
Once secured as wedding planner, I will provide a roving visual backup to Shane, who will use her vantage point as singer to make sure no one gets within 50 feet of the bride. But if anyone does, Cassie will be the last line of defense.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect would be Cassie out here pumping equipment and setting up while I got to play Susie Snotty sipping on Singapore slings.
The 5 S's.
How come Cassie gets all the cushy inside jobs?
Trust me, her job isn't exactly cushy. Elaine can be...
A shrew?
A harpy?
The Queen of Mean?
The Princess of Darkness?
A harridan of epic Greek proportions worthy of being one of the 12 labors of Hercules? I think we could all watch a little more PBS.
Will you both stop interrupting me?
You paused.
I did not.
You did too.
It was a pregnant pause.
It was ready to give birth.
It wasn't a pause, pregnant or otherwise. It was
An abeyance.
A lull.
A dramatic disconnect first used in kabuki theater designed to create a visual rhythm.
Will you stop doing that? I was going to say that Elaine can be...
What, did your high school career counselor suggest in-net minimum wage worker? Or is this just something you aspire to all by yourself? This runner is wrinkled, okay? Pick it up, lay it down again, and it better be as flat as your future job prospects, or I'll have Daddy run an immigration check on your entire family tree.
You get the idea.
So what time will the cable guy be here? No, I don't want the hors d'oeuvre channel. Just tell me what time he'll be here. Between 12 and 5? I don't think... No, I don't want the macrame channel. I want him here at exactly 12 o'clock sharp, or you'll see what happens on the Disembowel the Cable Guy channel.
We can get the hors d'oeuvre channel.
Wasn't Jack coming over?
He's late. Have you noticed how crabby he's been lately?
Yeah, he's always yelling at us over nothing.
Nothing? You're trying to get an unauthorized cable upgrade.
No, Jack. Not an upgrade. A repair.
Yeah, this spiffy new alarm system that you're installing has screwed up all our connections. Cable, internet, everything. Why do we need new security and bulletproof windows?
Which, I might add, are not easy to clean.
Because I say so.
I love a man who's mindlessly assertive. Oh, actually, I hate that. Oh, I always get those two confused.
Look, you may not like it, but I have a critical function with this team, and that function is
Wine.
To nag.
To be mindlessly assertive?
to save your lives. You guys ever read the paper?
Of course, we can't go a day without Marmaduke.
Well, no wonder you missed it. It was on the front page. You remember Kurt the Mad Bomber Maxim?
I don't know, Jack. We know so many mad bombers.
Why can't there be more well-adjusted bombers?
His brother was killed when you saved those hostages.
I don't remember anyone dying.
His brother was outside the bank with another bomb. When you three beat up the bad guys, Cassie delivered a roundhouse kick to Maxim, who...
Fell on the detonator.
I remember a kaboom, but I didn't know anyone got hurt.
Now, we scraped his brother off the wall with a spatula. Does that count as hurt?
Ooh, do they really use a spatula or is that just an expression?
It took a wide variety of body part removal techniques.
Look, everybody, there goes my appetite.
In prison, Maxim volunteered for kitchen detail, where he built a bomb out of steel wool, a can opener, and borax. And right before he blasted his way out, he told his cellmate he was going to, quote, get those three stupid bimbos, unquote.
You know, it is really hurtful to be stereotyped by a sadistic psycho killer.
But the point is, I am hereby restricting you three to the house until he's caught.
What?
Oh, no, I have plans.
They'll catch him in a day or two, but while he's out there, I want you in here.
Jack, we became spies because we didn't want to be locked up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were supposed to be watching her. I cannot believe we let her get taken twice.
It's Jack.
We can't tell Jack. He won't let us go after her.
Hi, Jack.
I want to talk to Ashley, and I want to talk to her now.
And by now, you mean...
Now.
As in right now?
As in right now.
Because sometimes now means right now, and sometimes it's a little looser, like soon or right after I do this one other thing.
It's the first one. This instant. I want her speaking to me on this telephone immediately. No pretend static, no bad connections, and no more excuses.
Of any kind?
Dee Dee!
Sorry. Because, well, the truth is, she's in the bathtub.
No, she isn't.
Yes, she is.
No, she isn't.
How do you know?
Because I'm in your house.
You mean you're in your house?
No, I mean I'm in your house.
If you're in our house, how come we can't see you?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's 'cause you're not here.
Are you in the kitchen?
Yes?
Well, that explains it. We're in the bedroom.
Oh, which bedroom?
The guest bedroom.
Oh, well, is that right? Well, why don't I walk on over to the guest bedroom, say hello? Here I come. I'm getting close to the bedroom door. Oh, I'm opening the bedroom door. I'm peeking inside. Oh, look, there's nobody here.
We're back in the kitchen now.
You're not back in the kitchen now. You're nowhere in the house. You lost Ashley, and you've been lying to me about it all day. Isn't that right?
Well, technically.
I can't believe this. One simple little babysitting job, and you blow it. Where is she? What am I supposed to tell her father?
We just didn't want you to take us off the case. We're sorry, Jack. Tell her father we're sorry.
I got a bad feeling about this. You know what I mean, Deeds?
No.
No. What do you mean, no? These are the codes you got out of Schreiber's computer. They look like some kind of a deciphering program, don't they?
No.
No. No, take a closer look. I think that's Conrex's binary base code. It's used to transmit all our government secrets. If he breaks that, there's no telling what he could use it for, right?
No.
When did you get so negative?
No, Gunnar. Jeg er effektiv med Nuna. Nej tak, jeg darf ikke få det nu til at holde. Jeg like needed, men jeg feel it showing the delt.
Sorry. Now, where were we? Whoa! Nellie, see that, Jack? That's Conrex's binary base code. It's used to transmit all our government secrets. If the player breaks that, there's no telling what he'll do with it.
I hadn't noticed.
With all the interference, I haven't been able to get a clear signal to Cassie and Shane. I have no idea if they found Agent Connolly's recorder, and I have no idea if they're any closer to figuring out who's doing this.
The blood is drained and replaced with a glycerol-based substitute, which won't freeze or clot. We pack each of them into a neuro container, which then goes into these polyethylene tanks. The tanks are then filled with liquid nitrogen.
Maybe on the way home we should stop by the taxidermist. Watch him stuff some rabbits.
if you don't mind, we try to keep the equipment sterilized.
It's not a problem.
I love that joke.
It's not to love.
If I may, the liquid nitrogen begins to take effect. And over a course of 2 weeks, their body temperatures drop to minus 196 degrees centigrade and stay there.
Kind of like a thermos, but without the little cup.
It won't fit in your lunchbox.
The windows are there because we like to see faces. These people are still very much alive to us, still very much a part of the world.
I'll be just a tad late on their cable bills.
You are interested in this procedure for your father, correct? Because you're not taking it very seriously.
I'm sorry. That's just how we cope with this sort of thing. We giggle.
Right. She's right. Ever since we were kids, it didn't matter how bad it was.
Uncle Frank lost his toe in that unfortunate gardening hoe incident. What'd we do?
We giggled. Next door neighbor's canary got barbecued in that freakish little butane mishap. Giggle, giggle, giggle.
People who are serious about what we have to offer usually ask how we can bring someone back to life. The answer is, they're not legally dead. As long as they're frozen quickly, everything necessary for life is still intact.
I have a question. When you bring them back, can we see them, or do they just wander the earth eating human flesh?
Get out.
It's getting cold in here?
Get out!
Wake up! Wake up!
Out!
Oh, I know him.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. Cassie, Dee Dee, my present roommates and best friends. This is Kelly, my former roommate and best friend.
Kelly, I know that name. We've heard all about you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't worry. She stopped to the part about how you wanted to be more than just roommates, but had to move away because the sleeping together didn't work out.
And when I say stopped, I mean, well, kept going.
Dee Dee's got a cold.
Yeah, I know how it is. Stuffed up, runny mouth.
You mean nose?
Uh-huh. So, you guys call each other and say, are you wearing your skin-tight black leotard today?
We sort of work together.
Oh, what'd you guys meet?
In jail. When we were, visiting with our church groups, so we could see how really bad all those criminals were. In case any of us, ever decided to drift away from our church group and, commit a crime.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Kelly, you gotta tell me what's going on.
Okay. I guess you've probably heard of cryogenics.
Sure we have. The human snow cone, the freeze-dried nuts, the people who get frostbite after they die.
Walt Disney did it. Who's next? Michael Eisner?
The only people who have done that are absolute zeros.
Or people with bipolar personalities.
What were they in jail for? Was it beating a joke to death? I met somebody, Julie, a year ago. We fell in love. But she got sick. They couldn't do anything for her, and she died a couple of days ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, because she's not gone. Not forever. She's been frozen. And when they find a cure for what killed her, she'll be thawed out and made good as new. She'll get to live again.
Forgive me, but it's not supposed to be perfected yet. I mean, no one thinks it works.
Okay, that's what I thought. But we found a place, and they've put millions of dollars into research. They're guaranteeing that they'll be able to bring her back. Which is why I've decided to be frozen with her.
What?
I said, which is why I've decided.
Not what did you say? What are you talking about?
What?
You know what? You can't be serious.
I am serious. This happens in 2 days.
What?
What did I say, or what am I talking about?
Kelly!
What? You guys might want to pull up a chair. This has been known to go on for days.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
I asked you first.
Because.
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 Because isn't a reason you give for doing something like this. Because is a reason I give you if I was 4 years old and I didn't want you playing in my sandbox anymore.
You don't want me playing in your sandbox anymore.
Don't try to change the subject. Why are you doing this?
Why do you care?
Because.
So now it's a reason.
Because I care about you, okay? Because you're here now, alive and healthy. I don't understand why you would choose to be dead.
I'm not choosing to be dead. I'm choosing to be in love. Shane, I could be old or gone by the time they find a cure. This way, when Julie's brought back, I can be there. And we can pick up right where we left off. Isn't it better to take this kind of chance? Especially for love. Than to just let it die.
It's just the age-old story of a man and a woman trying to preserve their relationship through the miracle of refrigeration.
Just ice, thanks. Well, as strange as it all sounds, I actually find it kind of romantic. But why not wait a few years? You know, live a little more first, and make sure it works.
He doesn't want to take the chance that something else might kill him. A drunk driver, a random bullet, an enormous bale of hay dropping out of the loft of the barn and snapping his neck. That happens.
He can't damage any major organs when he dies, or they might not be able to bring him back. He's planning on injecting himself with something.
He's thought of everything. He put all their things in storage, gave the cryogenics lab control of all his finances.
Scooped out a ton of Purina for the cat. TiVoed the next 5,687 episodes of Yes, Dear.
So, what's the story with him and Shane? They were best friends who tried to...
That's right. Unzippity-doo-dah.
They were very close, which is why we have to be careful about what we say.
No more stooping to the kind of bad jokes you might be tempted to make about two people doing something like this.
You know, their relationship's on ice.
That they froze their assets.
Sex is out, she's frigid, and he's...
Yeah, I get the picture.
And we were just warming up.
And you think he'd really go through with this?
I don't know. He didn't seem like the kind of guy who'd get cold feet.
Cool to the notion.
He'd give his girlfriend the cold shoulder.
Darn, I forgot how much fun it was to stoop.
And you're saying he doesn't even think of it as killing himself. He's just hitting the pause button for a while, kind of freeze-framing his life. What, I don't get to try one? I mean, neither of them sounds crazy, right? I mean, we're not talking about a couple of frosted flakes here. It's not about tossing a couple of fruitcakes in the freezer. Two perfectly sane people are choosing to be mom and popsicles, choosing to be frozen stiffs.
That's probably enough.
Okay.
I love it when the pills wear off just in time for the fight.
Jack, stay with Mr. Green.
And they're off. Leather Jacket breaks out to an early lead, followed on the outside by a blue shirt. And Navy Sport Coat stumbles out of the gate, but recovers nicely to move into second, followed now by a blue shirt. Leather Jacket extending his lead around the first turn. And here comes Navy Sport Coat. Blue shirt falling off the pace.
You can let go now. Shane, I can't feel my arm. Shane, if you let me get to a knife, you can have my arm.
I'm so sorry, Dee Dee. My brain is giving the signal to my hand, but my hand is giving the bird to my brain.
Look, Shane, maybe if we understood exactly what you were afraid of, we'd be able to deal with it better, okay? The recently reported use of non-regulation replacement parts in engine maintenance, the high turnover and medical problems in the overstressed world of air traffic controllers, the dangerous wake turbulence from another aircraft and its ability to send us into an irreversible tailspin. Just add those to the list.
All right, tell me again why we have to do this.
James Green, the leader of the Animal Liberation Faction, otherwise known as ALF, has finally been captured by the feds and is being taken to trial. He has a number of enemies, including the companies he vandalized in order to document animal abuses. And we think somebody wants to kill him before he gets to trial. This flight affords whoever that killer is the best opportunity, because previous to this, he was in deep cover underground. After this, he's going to be in extreme protective custody. It's our job to back up the FBI agents escorting him to trial and make sure he gets there. Okay?
I was just asking why we have to fly coach.
You could have stopped me.
It had to be said anyway.
Next in line.
Oh, no, you're kidding. We're flying Stratus Airlines?
It's a perfectly fine airline.
If you have a death wish, these guys have a frequent near-miss program. They offer complimentary champagne during free falls. Talk about a hard landing. Last one off the plane has to clean up the debris. You know that motto, we love to fly and it shows? Well, their motto is we're learning to fly and it shows. These guys hand out last will declarations with a pre-flight snack.
You're either developing a stand-up act or you're afraid to fly.
I am not afraid to fly.
You've been complaining about this assignment the whole way here. What exactly is wrong? Is it sitting so long in a plane that you develop a blood clot in your legs that can travel to your lungs and suffocate you? Is it being in a complicated piece of machinery that was largely constructed by dozens of contractors who are the lowest bidders? Is it a window breaking in the pressurized cabin causing you to get sucked out and fall 5 miles to Earth?
It wasn't.
Where are Cassie and Dee Dee?
TikTok people in the airline industry being late is about as fashionable as those shoes. TikTok people in the airline industry being late is about as fashionable as those shoes.
Say it had been a difficult mission, we'd be putting it mildly. It was like trying to plug the hole in the Titanic with a tic-tac.
Yeah, but we did it. Our mission was a success, even though by the time we finished, it'd taken a bigger toll than the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Actually, a better analogy would be the Ohio Turnpike, which is more expensive and therefore can face a greater level of stress.
That is better. You're right.
And what was our reward for a job well done? Were we hailed as heroes and anointed with precious spices and oils?
No, there was no anointing. There was just Jack pushing us right into what we presume is our next assignment.
Just once he could see what it's like out there. Instead of sitting behind his desk with his comfy chair and his ergonomic keyboard and his stained maple pencil cup.
Oh, don't forget his nickel-plated Puerto Rican nose hair clippers. Not that he doesn't need those.
Okay, we've probably heard enough of that private little conversation that you secretly recorded. Besides, it pretty much ends there anyway.
Are you kidding? Sometimes the hairs get so long, I just want to say, Jack, come on, either clip them or braid them. Didn't you give him the nose hair clippers? It was a regift. My uncle gave them to me for my dog, but he died of eczema. Your uncle? My dog. Ew.
I love Pop-Tarts.
Me too. You know what's really great about them? You can send them through the mail with no loss of flavor.
You're talking breakfast, the conversation begins and ends with Butterfingers. Crispy, crunchy, peanut, buttery. That's 4 of the major food groups right there.
Much as I hate to interrupt this which food is a better breakfast, even though they're technically snack foods meeting.
Actually, that meeting was Tuesday. This is the which snack foods do we eat as breakfast, knowing full well they're technically snack foods meeting.
And that's a totally different thing.
Though easy to confuse.
Yes, well, at the risk of missing something just as fascinating. This is Andre Sarlin.
I hope our first mission somehow involves frisking him.
This is Andre Sarlin.
Somebody want to bump Jack? I think his needle's stuck.
This is Andre Sarlin.
You wouldn't think it'd be that common of a name.
You heard correctly. They're all Andre Sarlin.
I like the first one best. I mean, if I were choosing. Which I'm not. I don't think. Am I choosing?
Sarlin is a terrorist who cloaks himself in any number of various guises. He's wanted by police agencies all across the world, but has managed to elude capture by constantly changing his appearance through plastic surgery.
Looking at picture number 3, I think he's due a refund.
What sketchy information we have suggests he recently made contact with a successful Beverly Hills cosmetic surgeon, Dr. Sidney Fine. We think Fine performed Sarlin's latest facial reconstruction. Cassie, you have an appointment later this morning with Dr. Fine as a Beverly Hills housewife who has a particular imperfection that requires cosmetic surgery.
And that would be?
Something no one here in any way whatsoever thinks you actually need. What we're looking for is anything that would lead us to Sarlin. A photo, cancel check, anything. And you two are going somewhere. I'm not sure where. Just.
Okay, the CEO got a very serious death threat. There's not minutes of news.
Right, no side trips, no diversions.
We stay single-mindedly on one purpose, a rapid tour of the company's offices.
Right, absolutely no interruptions or digressions for any reason whatsoever. Oh, Raisinets!
First thing we ask for is daily schedule. Everyone he sees, everyone he talks to. Check. And anyone he meets has to go through clearance. Background check, family check, job check.
Check, check, check.
And we'll track his finances so we know everyone he pays money to.
Check.
Or cash.
Point is, from now on, no one's allowed to kill this guy unless we say they can.
And we almost certainly won't.
Unless they have a really compelling reason.
Is that him?
Couldn't be him. He promised he'd stay in his office until we got there.
Yeah, probably not him.
I doubt it's him.
Definitely not him. It was him.
They're 3 career criminals with 1 shot at freedom. Now they're working for the feds who put them away. These are the women of She-Spies. Bad girls gone good.
elevatorless elevator shaft trick.
Can't believe he fell for it. That wasn't a joke.
It's been the same pattern for 6 months. CEO gets a threatening letter, always with some personal detail indicating access. It says resign or die, and he resigns or dies.
Isn't death kind of like resigning?
Yeah, it's the golden parachute made out of actual gold. Oh, because gold's heavy and you'd crash. Somebody else talk now.
There's worry up top that all these CEOs dying is a genuine threat to the nation's economy.
Next thing you'll be telling us the stock market isn't safe.
And there's a new letter for Norton Andrews, CEO of Plasticware, who's refused our protection.
Has he seen our promo reel?
The one where you're doing midair backflips, taking out 2 bad guys while making witty bon mots?
I was meant to ask, how did you do that?
Hired the Matrix guy. Cost a fortune, though.
Now, the chairman says you're going in anyway, and since Andrews won't know, you'll have cover identities.
What's this?
An invitation?
To a party with congressmen?
I was going to get to that after the mission. The chairman wants you to make an appearance, schmooze the lawmakers, give a face to the program. And, dress nice.
Dress nice?
Yeah, nice.
Why do I get the feeling it's not the program's face he wants us to show?
Yeah, more like the program's body.
And the program's legs and butts and gazonkers?
Gazonkers?
Oh, he's asking us to demean ourselves just to help the program.
Yeah, even though our ratings are good. You know how we're rated compared to other government spy programs.
Sorry. This is how the world works.
But it shouldn't be. We should be judged by how good we are. The cases we solve, the bad guys we catch.
Yes. And the next time you create a world, make it work that way.
So we have to go. You told him yes?
Now, let me put it this way. You have to go. I told him yes. And now?
I'm CEO of McQuaid Lifestyles.
It's a shell company I set up. Supposedly makes upscale home decor stuff, kind of like Martha Stewart without the potential prison grace. You'll be there exploring a merger.
And you're acting as my lawyer.
Yeah, CEOs always have lawyers, kind of like sharks and K-pods. They're parasite fish. It's 2 a.m. They shut down Miss Cleo. You watch Fishing with Maury.
I'm an assistant at the company health club.
All the employees have access to the health club, and all the employees are suspects.
Ab crunches.
Beg pardon?
That's what I know about health clubs. Ab crunches.
Sounds like a breakfast cereal.
No, that's ab crunchies.
And I'm...
An executive secretary.
You say executive, but all I hear is secretary.
It's a very important position. You'll be working with the CEO's personal assistant.
Oh, so I'm the secretary's secretary.
Executive.
You know that works. I'm totally fooled.
If I were you, I'd go to Dee Dee's health club and get an attitude adjustment. Evidently, Andrews isn't the easiest guy to work with.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's my fault. After spending time as a highly trained, valuable government operative, it's hard being treated like an underpaid, overworked, never going to be promoted, subservient, glorified coffee gopher.
But remember, you're not actually an underpaid, overworked, never gonna be coffee person. You're only pretending to be an overpaid, underworked, no, never glorified. What were we talking about?
Gee, Jack, that's so James Bond.
Wait a minute. Could it be possible? Jack has a tan.
Isn't that one of the 7 signs of the apocalypse?
Number 6. It's right before Jack ends the program and sets us free to live a life of wild abandon.
Apocalypse not.
It wasn't the same with you, gone,
Welcome
Jack.
back.
Gee, that sounds sincere adjacent.
We won't hear all about your vacation.
Oh, my vacation. Well, it was terrific. Parasailed, went deep sea fishing, caught a shark.
A shark? You mean you caught a cold?
Well, he said shark, but I'm sure he meant cold.
Where was it? You went again?
Puerto Rico, lovely seacoast town of Fajardo, about an hour from San Juan.
No, God, no.
We'll talk, Jack. We'll tell you anything.
We were trained to withstand water torture, electroshock.
But not vacation photos.
Fajardo's a vacation paradise and host to a plethora of delightful sights and activities,
What's a plethora?
Flora with a lisp.
including golf, sun-kissed beaches, and a world-famous butterfly farm.
I hear the hard part is plowing them.
Don't forget the nightlife. Fajardo's clubs and music are second to none.
But can we afford it?
You bet! Puerto Rico's the perfect vacation spot for any pocketbook.
No, she meant, can we afford the time to listen to this infomercial claptrap when you have another assignment for us?
Oh, I so miss that. Your irrepressible ability to make mock.
It's just one more service we offer.
Well, she's right, though. I am getting ahead of myself. We'll schedule a get-together for your next day off to see all 17 rolls of film. So, your next mission.
Where are the clear blue folders?
There aren't any.
But we like the clear blue folders.
Nonetheless.
Can't we have any clear folder? It doesn't have to be blue.
True.
Any color will do.
Did I mention the breathtaking vistas of El
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please, continue.
The reason there aren't any clear folders, blue or otherwise, is that this is a level 5, eyes-only, code red top secret mission. No packet on it is even allowed to exist.
Ooh.
What we're dealing with here is an assassin, one who is virtually invincible and completely ruthless.
Wait a minute. Are you saying he's totally without Ruth?
Sorry, we have stored up 2 weeks worth of making mock.
Did I mention you could be his next targets? The killer in question actually works for the agency, or did. He's a double agent, someone who's been under deep cover so long, only the chairman knows his true identity. I don't even have a picture of him because no file on him exists. All I do know is his code name, La Puma.
The cougar?
See?
Why did he go bad?
We don't know. What we do know is that he has information on all our agents.
Information, such as where we live, fighting styles, weaknesses.
My sock drawer.
What are you getting at?
We were attacked last night. At our home.
Attacked?
It must have been him. He knew where we lived. He knew there was a secret exit in the back.
And there was something strange in the way he attacked. He had a gun, but he fought us first.
Which is a polite way of saying he kicked our butts.
Oh my God!
We're gonna tell you. We just didn't want to spoil your return and all your vacation stories. Well, any more than we did.
Wait, right, we have to move on this immediately, tonight. Now, the only lead we have are traces of a Cuban cigar found recently in an agency safe house. DNA from his saliva identified it as his. It's the one. Listen up. Today's assignment.
Anybody want the rest of this water bagel?
Water. Now there's a tasty ingredient, but I'll just stick to my air cereal.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, ladies.
Check it out.
Deeds, you could be holding the frog formerly known as Prince. Why don't you kiss him and see?
He's a lot cuter than that last guy I went out with. And he has a better vocabulary.
Where'd you get him, Jack?
I didn't get him anywhere. I thought he was one of yours. I hate stuffed animals.
You hate stuffed animals? I'll bet he rooted for the Blue Meanies and Yellow Submarine.
Look, some people hate heavy metal. I hate stuffed animals.
Yeah, there's a good reason why people hate heavy metal. It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. No, I did not root for the Blue Meanies. And, as I was saying...
Well, there's something written on his collar.
Why would a frog wear a collar?
Why would Yogi Bear wear a tie? That boy doesn't even wear pants.
You know, all the classic cartoon characters don't wear pants. Bugs Bunny, Porky the Pig, Duckman.
Duckman. Wasn't that the Emmy and Cable Ace nominated show that ran on TV? The funniest cartoon to be left off TV Guide's top 50 all-time cartoon shows?
Yes. What about it?
Oh, nothing.
Ladies! You can get back to the matter at hand?
Oh, right. Sorry, Jack. So, what is written on its collar?
Hello, my name is Paff. Paff? What kind of name for a frog is that?
You never know. Paff could be the Joe or Mike of the frog world.
Freddie. Now that's a frog name.
I once knew a girl in grade school named Paff. Or was it Pat? It's hard to tell. She had a lisp.
Today's assignment is to have fun! There, see, I was rehearsing that all morning. You had to go ruin it for me.
Really? You're giving us the day off?
Well, our original assignment was to track down a biological killer, but since he just died of smallpox...
Pull out your water wings and nose plugs. We are going to the beach.
While you're getting skin cancer, I am leaving immediately for Washington, D.C. I have to testify at a sentencing hearing. You remember Paco Montoya?
That Brazilian drug kingpin we put away a couple months ago?
Very same. Tomorrow, the judge hands down his prison term, which, if all goes well, should have more consecutive life sentences than red hairs in Carrot Top shower drain.
Now, that's a metaphor that sticks with you.
Now, I'll be back the day after tomorrow. And remember, no parties, no joyrides in the surveillance van, and no breaking into anyone's condo, short-sheeting his bed, putting cellophane over his toilet, and leaving rubber mice in his underwear.
You know, we are still looking for whoever did that.
Good, good. Well, farewell.
Bye, Jack.
Bye. Safe trip. English to his staff in Icelandic.
Wait, hold the phone. Where did you learn Icelandic?
Sigurlina.
Sigurlina?
Bjorn, number 3872549. My cellmate. She was from Kirkjubæ Klauster, and I wrote love poems for her.
Gotcha. That's how it is in prison.
No, I didn't write them to her. I wrote them for her, to send to Oliver,
Her boyfriend back in the fjords. Well, in a prison overlooking the fjords. She needed a few lessons in romance, and it just so happens I wanted to learn Icelandic. Did you know in Iceland the phrase, my one and only true love, is flavish?
That explains their low birth rate.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, howdy there, partner.
Lone Ranger get up at the cleaners?
Behave yourselves. I got the Spurs in my bag. Dee Dee, I need you to get in Liev Schreiber's office and check his computer for the codes.
Me get on it, Kimosabi. Oh, and you might be interested to know, he's from Iceland.
Well, that complicates matters. Because we got 2 suspicious hits off the fingerprints you gathered. First, there's a Roger Gibson.
Mr. My Life's all about fast cars?
Yeah, the kind of fast cars that race away from banks. He was a getaway driver and a robber, did 5 years. Guess where?
Iceland.
Ja. Then there's hit number 2, Scott Barnes.
Jammer, the rock star?
Not rock, rap, as in rap sheet. Rap sheet's a double meaning kind of thing. Yes, well, largely petty crime, but what's most suspicious is I can't find anything on him beyond 2 years ago. I mean, it's as if he never existed until he came here.
From Iceland.
So we have at least 3 major suspects, not to mention an entire maintenance staff, and everyone's from Iceland. Why would they all come here?
That's a good question. I'll suggest the agency form a committee to look into it. Huh. Meantime, Shane, get on the roof, hook this signal detector onto the complex's satellite dish. It may help us pinpoint where the player's transmissions are coming from. Dee Dee, get into that computer pronto. Cassie, we need to know the last person Agent Connolly saw.
Well, the thing is, there was only one.
One? You mean to tell me one guy did all this?
Well, the other thing is, it was a woman.
Woman?
To be perfectly precise, it was the maid. Oh, I'm not weak or anything. My back was turned. You know, this kind of thing's happened to you guys.
Actually, no.
Not really.
Never.
It must have been the same woman who was dressed as a waiter. Yeah, she knows how to make a bomb, too. The only thing that was missing was the explosive.
She knew an awful lot about me.
What do you mean?
Name, background, endearing personality traits.
About me, too. And she had this need to taunt me, to make fun, to prove that she was better than me.
And all because she got you to walk into a trap in broad daylight.
Oh, no. She was here, too?
Yeah, but how did you know it was a she?
Okay, there's something I should tell you. It's about this woman. Now, I can't go into detail, but she may be the most dangerous foe you've ever met. Now, we have to go to red alert, stay extremely focused. We can't allow anything to distract us in the slightest way, shape, or form.
There's my singer. TikTok, dear. Dinner starts in 5 minutes.
You know, Elaine, this might not be the best time for her to perform.
My. Aren't you the little hyphenate? Security chief / booking agent?
Well, what I think he means is that I feel a little scratchy throat coming on.
Perfect. I love a raspy voice. It'll give the songs a more authentic black soulfulness. Oh, come on.
Just checking, but you want us to stop her from being killed, right? Oh, come on, you were thinking it too.
Just do your best to fill in for Shane. It's Saturday. We have fewer people on villain pickup.
So, Jack,
Mm-hmm.
you weren't in the van.
I know. Felt good.
You know, you rescued us.
Yeah, I kind of did. God, it was incredible. And I will never do it again. How about you guys? Feeling any better?
We got coffee, we got chocolate.
All is right with the world.
Dee Dee?
I mean what I said. This life is not easy. But when you're hanging out with your friends, looking at a bad guy lying unconscious on the floor, knowing he'll wake up in tremendous pain, makes you feel all warm inside.
Hello? Yeah. Of course I noticed he didn't show up. Reschedule? Are you guys out of your mind? Sure. Yeah, anytime between 9 and 5 will be fine. Thank you.
You know what I hate?
The systemic anger and alienation in today's younger generation?
The rapidly increasing national debt and its effect on our health and welfare programs.
Those tiny little hairs that grow in your earlobe.
Yeah, those are bad. But you know what I really hate? How underused we are. Look at this. All we do are these training sessions. When are we going to get a real assignment?
Hello, ladies.
She's right, Jack. You know, we've had enough training. We are ready.
Hi, Jack. Nice tie. Say, is that skin rash starting to clear up?
Hi, Jack.
Nice tie. Is that skin rash starting to clear up?
How nice of you to ask. Look, the three of you have been taken out of prison and are being asked to spy for the government. I think it's fair for the agency to want to get to know you a little better before they trust you with an important assignment. Let's meet our spy. Spy number one is a local girl made bad who rebelled against her rich parents, found success as a master thief, and once crippled a man she claims was trying to assault her. Watch out, fellas. More than just a token African-American, she's proficient in Brazilian jiu-jitsu and makes a wonderful peach cobbler. Say hello to Shane! Spy number two comes to us from Washington, D.C., where she was indicted on 6 counts of stealing state secrets from a government database. An expert in computer hacking and foreign languages, she loves volleyball and dancing the rumba. Say hello to Dee Dee! And last but certainly not least, spy number 3. Hailing from Aspen, Colorado, this former Phi Delta Gamma earned her 3 trips to prison by conning millions of dollars from greedy bankers and CEOs. She loves slipping to other personas and walks on the beach. Let's give a big hand to Cassie. And here they are, your spies. Excuse me, if you're through. The chairman feels he knows you well enough now. He's decided to give you an assignment.
Great. Yes. Yes.
Somebody's trying to assassinate Governor McNamara.
The Governor McNamara who ran for president?
That's right. Somebody has to go undercover to save his life, and we think you're physically and mentally ready to tackle the job.
Yes.
You know what I hate? Rampant overspending by a morally bankrupt Hollywood studio system?
Corporate waste and its blatant disregard for the common man.
Short guys?
Those are all bad, but what I really hate is how unknown we are. We kicked some serious booty tonight.
Not the most ladylike way to spend an evening, but...
I hit one of them with a skillet.
Ah, you know what they say. Use a pan, go to jail.
The point being, nobody knows what we did because nobody saw us.
So?
So people get famous for the things that we did. They get rich. Where's our hair care commercials, our video games, our fast food tie-ins?
We do save the world on almost a weekly basis.
Exactly. You don't see little action figures of us at your local toy store, do you?
Such is the plight of 3 beautiful ex-cons who work for a clandestine organization seeking to rid the world of peril. Look, bottom line, we're not going to get famous, all right? You know how Jack is. He likes everything low-key. He's a no-frills kind of guy. Except when he, you know, dresses up like one of the village people.
Okay, fine. So this isn't my normal work attire. Fact is, I've been doing a little acting in my spare time. Connolly. Sadly, she was killed while on an undercover assignment inside Fondles, the singles-only community.
Fondles, that figures. Cutesy little titillating name used solely to pull in the raunch-driven masses who think sleaze and decadence is a substitute for leading meaningful lives.
Actually, it was named after the owner, Chuck Fondles.
Or that.
Now, Agent Connolly was very close to exposing a foreign spy, a reportedly violent sociopath codenamed The Player. Now, we know he set up a hidden communication center inside the complex to transmit stolen government codes. We also know he has ties to a rogue group within Icelandic intelligence.
Icelandic intelligence?
Never heard of it.
Which tells you how good they are. Now, there are a number of potential suspects living in the complex. Chief among them, the building manager, Liev Schreiber. Not the actor, of course.
What actor?
Never mind. We set you up as his assistant so you can watch him more closely.
The actor?
The building manager.
Oh, then who's going to be watching the actor?
Nobody. There isn't any actor.
Then why do you keep talking about one?
I don't keep talking. Just do what he asks. He's got a temper, so don't make him mad and don't get fired.
What do we do?
Maybe if you actually opened your case packets.
A bit testy. A little chafing of those chaps there, buckaroo.
You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents.
Oh.
You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents looking for other suspects. You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents looking for other suspects. You'll be going in as cheerleaders for an arena football team.
Arena football. Why not the NBA or the NFL?
Couldn't get the rights. Your cover names are in there, too.
Tango and Breeze? Sounds like a couple of fruit drinks.
And I hate cheerleaders.
How can you hate cheerleaders? They're an American institution like baseball, apple pie, tax evasion.
The whole idea of it, 16-year-old virginal young girls in their tight little short skirts, bending over so middle-aged men can get a peek at their underwear, thrusting out their chest and shaking their pom-poms, jumping up and down, writhing and grinding and rubbing their hands all over their bodies, dancing themselves into some sort of sexual frenzy.
Oh, yeah. No, I hate that, too. So, you all have your assignments. Let's get started.
Desk asks me if I've ever been to one of these things, and I say, what, are you kidding me? I've been to more medical conventions than a diabetic hooker. Oh, first time the hotel's on the water, though. Not exactly hunky-dory. I don't swim so good. Lucky for me, I come up with a couple of built-in flotation devices. New and improved. I got them done for the convention last year at Yellowstone. Showed them off to a couple of businessmen just like yourselves. I'm guessing Old Faithful was shooting straight up that afternoon.
Darling, I'm not sure these gentlemen are interested in your story.
Of course not. They're looking down like that because the necks are stiff. Like he never liked to show off his new car. And these things cost twice as much.
Oh, look. Oh, aren't those the new colostomy bags?
Sweetheart, I'm talking here. Gets his pants in a bunch like this at home, too. Oh, God. It's fine if I go window shopping because I don't buy nothing, right? But just try and let the Thursday night poker gang next door take a look at me through the bedroom window.
Yeah, the woman gives new meaning to the phrase neighborhood watch program, if you know.
He's a stitch. Honey, we gotta make a pit stop. It's a toss-up right now. What'll spring a leak first, one of those boats or my bladder?
Okay, bye-bye. God bless, fellas. What was that?
What was what?
That voice, that woman.
What, you didn't like it?
Are you kidding? If there's any more ham in that performance, it would oink.
I beg your pardon?
You're supposed to be undercover, as in understated, under the radar.
Underappreciated?
You're being too loud. You're calling too much attention to yourself.
It was your idea.
Oh, it was my idea?
I just said that.
I know you just said that.
Why are you saying it?
I'm repeating it because I couldn't believe it.
You're repeating it because you couldn't believe it?
Cassie.
What? I was repeating because I couldn't believe it.
Just answer my question.
You didn't ask a question.
Yes, I did. My question was implied. How is it my idea? How was I responsible? How could it possibly have come from me?
Isn't that 3 questions?
Cassie.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? You're doing this on purpose. You know I had the bacon cheeseburger for lunch. You know how easily that comes up on me.
Oh, you read me like a book.
Well, I like light reading.
Well, I prefer the light banter of a late-night TV show.
Pretty much do it?
Just as far as I can take it.
Thank you. So now you'll tell me how this was my idea.
Look, you said the woman we were going after was, quote, brash, body, and bigger than life. I figured if we were getting a room next to her so we could bond, it'd be helpful to be as much like her as possible.
I see. Oh, in that case, regarding our roles, maybe we should just be wacky siblings.
Can we still be married?
In certain parts of Kentucky and West Virginia. And for anyone from those lovely states who might have overheard, I was, of course, making a joke.
Hi there. Can I sign you both up now for the Skin Graft Symposium?
Is there a good speaker? Because we wouldn't enjoy it otherwise.
Jeffrey Teitelbaum's scheduled speaker called to cancel because the oil he uses to treat his third-degree burns actually ignited after being exposed to his 8-year-old child's lava lamp.
May I be of any assistance to the two of you?
Thank you. I think we're quite able to handle this one ourselves.
No need. I see her.
There she is, Natalie Red, notorious international contraband smuggler.
Wow. She gets 3 adjectives.
I knew someone with 7 ones. Transsexual Asian American bug spray tester with 1 eye, a gum disease, and a history of agoraphobia.
Lucky guy. 'Cause, you know, 7 is a lot.
All we know is she broke into a top-secret medical research facility 2 weeks ago, but a mysterious fire turned the building to rubble that same night, and we have no idea what she stole.
We're thinking she's here this week to steal something else, possibly something she couldn't get at the facility.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I just said that.
I know you just said that.
Then why did you say it?
Just repeating it for extra emphasis.
Repeating it for extra...
Oh, yeah. Great idea.
Bless you.
What?
You sneezed. I said, bless you.
I didn't sneeze.
What are you doing here?
Can't you see how attracted I am to you?
The truth. And I am not very patient.
All right, I'll tell you, but you're probably not going to believe me.
Well, let's hope for your sake I do.
I work for a clandestine government organization seeking to rid the world of evildoers. I know, it sounds crazy. Even I think it's crazy, and I work there.
What the hell's going on? Got into a car accident with her yesterday. She's been trying to make friends with me ever since.
What happened to you?
She kicked me in the face. I think she broke my nose.
Why'd you kick him in the face?
He's a macho, insensitive, obnoxious pig who doesn't even clean up after his own dog.
Have we met? We don't have time for this.
What are you gonna do, Neil? Kill me? Is that what illegal software exporters do?
People do all sorts of things to stay out of jail. Tie her up.
Neil.
We'll figure out what to do with her after we make the transfer.
Nobody's transferring anything.
Dee Dee? You know her?
I knew there was a reason why you didn't sleep with me.
Yes, that's the only reason.
Look, it's almost 3. Tie them both up.
Not so fast.
Oh, great. Another one. Is that everybody?
You didn't say he had a gun.
My bad. That won't matter.
Hey, who are you?
I work for a clandestine government organization seeking to rid the world of evildoers.
Huh? So does she.
I'm sorry. I told you the truth.
What about everything else you said? Was that the truth, or were you just doing your job?
We don't have time for this.
Give it up, Neil. You may be able to kill one of us, but not all 4.
And I'll start with you.
How about plan B?
No, not the...
Get under those beds.
You will never believe who's sitting in 48E. The actor from Chips.
Eric Estrada.
No.
Larry Wilcox.
No.
Robert Pine.
No.
Lou Saunders.
No.
Lou Wagner.
No.
Michael Dorn.
No. Man in checkered shirt. From the 3rd season. Oh, the guy Punch talks off the ledge. He was having marital problems.
Honey, it's hard to be impressed after a 14-hour flight from Sydney with 3 of the Backstreet Boys. The 4 of us spending the entire time eating and heaving and eating.
Motion sickness.
Nah, just passing time.
Where were you?
I was having a snack. You know, as a Sky Marshal, I get first crack at the Sunday card.
The killer must have lunged at Green with the syringe, but he shut the door just before it hit.
All right. Well, we'll take the prints off of this with our mobile infrared scanner, hotwire an in-flight phone to rig a modem, then we'll fax the prints to the agency. They'll cross-check them with 6 national databanks and Interpol. And with any luck, we just might find out who this belongs to.
Hey, that's mine.
What are you doing with the syringe on the plane?
Well, the Jeff's at risk for chronic fatigue syndrome. That's why he takes shots of vitamin B12. He also works out on a regular basis.
Where did the Jeff keep the needle?
In his bag, stowed safely in the overhead compartment.
Your captain here, that mother of all storms, turned out to be mustard on my radar. However, because of an incident in the cabin, new FAA regulations require us to return to Los Angeles.
Oh, no way.
We have to figure out who did this before we land.
All right. Well, we'll just ask the passengers. 50 people must have seen what happened.
I think it was a man.
I think it was a woman.
I think it was a child.
I think it was a dog.
It was a Sgt. Pepper mod in a multicolored waistcoat.
He had a big nose.
A fat butt.
Pecs to die for.
He was tall and thin. He was kind of a wiener.
She was short and squat and doesn't wax.
She was a hermaphrodite and had a tattoo on her right arm that misspelled superfluous.
I'd like to use one of my lifelines and call First Lady Rosalind Carter.
So, basically, we're back to the same 4 suspects.
Strangely. Afraid to fly, huh? Well, what is it? Is it the proximity of all those mountaintops as we fly low to avoid cloud cover? The idea that when we fly over cities, we're sharing our airspace with dozens of other incredibly fast-moving, huge hunks of steel with no better brakes than us, or knowing that we're like a gigantic lightning rod for every electrical storm within 100 miles.
Hey, all, just stop trying to guess now.
Jack, are you okay? Jack, this is Bob, the Sky Marshal. Bob, this is Jack, my boss.
Seems like a nice man. Well, now that I know we're on the same team, I can tell you what it is I've been on the lookout for. But this is just between me and you. Strictly confidential. It's on a need-to-know basis. Don't write it down. Don't email it. If you have to talk about it on the phone, for God's sakes, use a secured line. Best case scenario, use an encrypted algorithm code for any communications. There's gonna be a...
You might want to wait until these 7 people here waiting for the bathroom aren't listening.
We were tipped off that there's gonna be an attempt to free the animal rights guy.
Oh, great. Somebody's trying to kill him and somebody's trying to free him. Why can't the two of them just go at it with each other and leave us out of it?
That might not be best for everyone involved.
That was a rhetorical question.
Oh.
Everything okay up here? There's another plot brewing for James Green. Don't worry, she's with me.
Is anyone here a flight attendant? Because I didn't get my nuts.
Who's he? Sky Marshal. Sort of. He just told me that there's someone on board this plane planning to free Green.
Oh, kill him. Free him. Why can't they just go out with each other and leave us out of it?
That might not be best for everyone involved. Rhetorical too, right?
Listen, let's just get a list of all the passengers who order vegan meals. Whoever's trying to free him must be a member of ALF, and they would never eat another living thing.
Unless, for the good of the cause, he or she actually ordered a meat, fish, or chicken meal to throw suspicion off of them, in which case we should get a list of those passengers as well.
Wouldn't that be everyone?
Unless, for the good of the cause, he or she actually skipped the meal entirely.
Let's just start with my plan first.
Oh, pardon me, Miss Cleaner-than-thou drinking glass monitor.
What's that all about?
Another group to consider. In-flight employees. I saw him trying to give Green a drink when it wasn't even his area. I intercepted it just in time.
Are you sure all these bandages are necessary?
Technically, it's only one bandage. It's just really, really long. I understand my sense of humor is a tad esoteric for you non-medical personnel.
I can't see anything.
Good. You won't know who to sue. There I go again. I'm sorry. The fact is, an interorbital pressure is causing multiple fractures in your nose, cheek, and eye socket. The entire area needs to be protected in exactly this way.
I'm sure once the bandages come off, you will look absolutely perfect again.
Yes, well, nothing quite as valuable as the medical opinion of a flight attendant. Here, take one. No, take 4. Every couple of hours, huh?
We're so lucky you just happened to be standing by when this happened. What kind of doctor did you say you were again?
The kind that doesn't need a lousy piece of paper from a so-called institution of higher learning to prove that he's a doctor. People are always going on about doing things the right way. Well, let me tell you something, huh? College degrees, medical associations, actual doctoring experience are all highly overrated notions.
What exactly did I just swallow?
Horse tranquilizers. People tend to need them when they find out I'm not legal. Well, I got to go now. The pill works faster, so that anger will be gone in a flash. Now, don't remove those bandages for 24 hours. You risk the damage to the bones that would make facial reconstruction surgery a virtual impossibility. I tell you.
We heard what happened. Are you okay?
If by okay, you mean able to breathe through my nose hole?
Okay, guess Cassie's out of commission and we can't go now. I'll just go grab a cab and meet you back at the house. Bye.
No. We have to get on the plane, Shane.
Not on the bus, Russ.
You're not going in a cab, not on a bus, not on a bike. Look, whoever's trying to kill this guy has to do it on this flight. We have no choice. We have to get on a plane and we have to figure out who's trying to murder him.
It was Colonel Mustard in the dining room with a wrench. Ooh, I think those pills are kicking the start in.
What's happening? What's wrong with her?
Fake doctor, horse tranquilizers. You kind of had to be there.
Do you know Bill Gates has more money than Ecuador? But Ecuador has more Ecuadorians in it, so then there's that.
Cassie, Please sit down.
This can't be happening. The plane is about to board.
You're Jack, right? It's true. When you're blind, all your other senses become heightened. You know, I could drive this thing right now perfectly just by listening.
Ow! Jack, clearly she is in no condition to do this.
Fine, then she'll be the passenger and you'll take her place.
No, you cannot be serious.
Clearly, I'm serious. As of this moment, you are officially a flight attendant.
I break out in hives when I see pictures of airplanes. How am I supposed to be a flight attendant?
Just keep thinking about why we're here. We are trying to save a man who spent his whole life rescuing poor little defenseless animals. That should be enough to set aside your fears.
Ah! Is that the door? Okay, fine, look. Here's a list of all the suspects I came up with.
Already? Good for you. Chubby guy with cigarette.
Midway through the flight, gets a Jones for a smoke. Goes into the bathroom, disables the smoke detector, puts out the cigarette into the trash can filled with paper towels. Fire on board, flaming death.
Chatty Jennifer Garner wannabe with fake nails and a bad dye job.
Can't stand the thought of being apart from her boyfriend. Has to make an in-flight phone call on her cell phone. Interferes with the plane's avionics. They short circuit. Sparks everywhere. Flaming death.
English butler.
Unnatural attachment to the mother country compels him to order the plane back to England. Throws us off course to the north. A flock of Canadian geese gets sucked into the engines.
Let me guess. Flaming death?
Oh, no. The engines give out. We plummet 30,000 feet to the ground. Then, flaming death.
Okay. Now, any thoughts on the suspects we're actually here to stop?
Dee Dee, please. One crisis at a time.
Question is, given today's security restraints, how do you kill someone on a plane?
You're gonna kill someone on a plane?
No, that's not what I know. This isn't necessary. She's just a little... It's a pill for the horse.
Quiet! He's got nail clippers!
I have a cuticle condition.
See? He's hiding something!
No.
Agent.
I thought Margot was the double agent.
Who's Margot?
The double agent.
No, Arthur's the double
Who's
agent.
Arthur?
The double agent.
How can Arthur and Margot both be the double agents?
They can't. They'd be quadruple agents.
And how many double agents can you have before everybody's a double agent? Nobody's just an agent anymore.
6.
Really? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure it's in the handbook. Anyway, Arthur's the CIA guy who pulled a gun out on me. Dee Dee's PDA is saying someone's here who's trying to reactivate the bomb, and some guru's got her on a diet that's making her weaker by the minute.
So I've been wrapping towels this whole time and we're already headed towards the conclusion?
Don't worry. I'm sure there's at least one plot twist left.
Oh my gosh. The password screen for the bomber's computer. This is the double agent's office.
Only half correct.
Only half correct as in you are the double agent, but this isn't your office? Or only half correct as in this is your office, but you're not the double agent?
Only half correct as in I am not just the double agent. I am also the bomber. It's true. It was I who gripped this city in a clutch of fear designed to make this government rue the day they ever crossed me. And I blame my diet.
Your diet?
You know, 10 years of this stuff makes you feel? Yohimbi bark, evening thistle, bladder rack. None of these things are regulated by the FDA. We don't have any idea what they do. But I tell you what they do to me. They make me want to blow things up.
There should be a warning label for that.
It's also because I wanted to extort $10 million from them. But this diet thing does have me out of sorts.
You're a sick man.
Actually, you're a sick man. Except for the man part. You feel weak because I poisoned you.
You what?
That's what's sapping your strength. A slow-acting poison and all those things I fed you.
Thank goodness. I'm being poisoned. I thought I didn't feel well because I was failing at the diet. I was so disappointed in myself, but I'm not weak-willed. I'm poisoned. Well, that was silly.
Yes, it was. Ah, this is the antidote. Also generic. But you can't have it unless you give me the password to unlock the bomb's computer system.
I don't think so. The last time we saw that bomb in our tracking system, it was moving through a heavily populated part of the city.
I can promise you that is no longer the case. Because it's right outside on the shuttle bus. Isn't that priceless? It was always on the shuttle bus.
That's why it kept moving. It was riding all the way here with us. Now I'm really not giving you the password.
Fine. Then I'm really not giving you the antidote. Never mind. I'll find it myself. Though doing it will be an irritant. Much like the fat enzyme is an irritant to the lining of the colon wall.
Am I the fat enzyme or the colon wall? Boy, talk about your unpleasant either-ors.
Accessing your check-in information, send me straight to government files. Interesting, interesting. Porno. Aha! We're armed again.
What? Give me one reason I should believe an evil herbalist.
The password was your brother's name. 85% of all passwords are a piece of personal information, 14% are obscene expletives, and strangely, 1% are the word smelled.
It's a foil cut. Completely different.
How's a foil cut?
It's fine. I'm on antibiotics.
For a paper cut?
It's not a paper cut, it's a foil cut.
Oh, well, that's entirely different. When's the surgery?
Yeah, go ahead, mock me.
Sure?
Oh, absolutely, mock away.
Okay.
Jeez, that looks serious, Jack. We better call the wambulance.
Somebody here got a paper cut?
It's not a paper cut. It's a foil cut. They're completely different.
A foil cut? We're not trained for that.
We do heart attacks, broken limbs, paper cuts.
Wait a minute.
I know you guys. Scott Spezio, Adam Kennedy, David Eckstein. You guys play for the Anaheim Angels.
Oh, that's 7 months a year. This is our off-season job.
As role models to the nation's children, we felt an obligation to do something that helps people.
And since we don't want to give away any of our money, we do this.
Oh, God, can you believe this? These guys beat the San Francisco Giants in the series.
Oh, right. I remember reading about this. You guys are the state champions.
We're the world champions.
Easy there, big guy. You only beat San Francisco.
Yeah, it's not like you beat Nevada or France.
We're kidding. We know who you are.
In that case, how'd you like to be touched by an angel?
Very professional for EMT.
Actually, I'm not an EMT. They just let me ride in the ambulance because I like the sirens.
Getting back to Jack's very serious injury.
Yes, is our friend gonna be all right?
Never say die, ma'am. That's our motto. And don't worry, if things start to look bad, we'll just pull out the rally monkey.
Oh, wow, the rally monkey. Oh, God, I can't believe that. You guys are the greatest. I can't believe you came all the way over here to mock me.
Truth is, we were bored. We don't get many calls.
People don't seem to want EMTs who just do this in their spare time.
Hey, I've got an idea. Maybe next off-season we could work for a secret government organization to rid the world of evildoers.
Oh, well, there'd be a lot of training.
All hours of the day and night.
And you'd have to spend an awful lot of time with us.
We can live with that.
Yeah. Hey, guys, wait up. Wait, what about me? You know, you can hang out, you know, mock a little more. No, then I was thinking, you know, we get some lunch, you know, we get the batting cages, just, you know, a little catch, just, you know, we could be friends.
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Absolutely. I'm Fritz Coleman, Channel 4 Weather.
Fred Rogan, Channel 4 Sports.
Boy, the guy was pathetic. Whining about a paper cut?
Not a paper cut, foil cut. They're completely different.
I've been doing the weather for 20 years, never once experienced a paper cut or a foil cut.
You know, I've been doing sports forever. You want to talk pain? The pain of floating and unsightly water.
Oh, now this is more like it. Tied up by 3 beautiful women. I'd have preferred 4, but I'll make this work. Which one of you is into dominance?
Quiet!
That would be you.
Dudes, I don't think this is gonna work. So you've hypnotized someone before?
Plenty of times. I can hypnotize people and they don't even know I'm hypnotizing them. You did the funniest chicken imitation at the agency Christmas party. Trust me, Jack will be a walk in the park. So, La Puma, why don't you make yourself comfortable?
Why don't you make me comfortable with hot candle wax and some clothespins?
She was just kidding, right?
Listen to my voice. It's soothing, isn't it? Like a river, a gentle, rolling river.
You know, about the chicken thing?
Carrying your mind on a beautiful journey.
At the Christmas party? I wasn't at the Christmas party.
Through lush valleys of verdant grass.
Well, it's not like she can do it anyway.
And look, in the distance, is that a unicorn?
Especially with that line of crystal-hugging New Age psychobabble.
It's the most beautiful unicorn ever.
Red.
Good. Now, my information is correct. Around the next corner, second door on the left, is the heretofore unseen international jewel thief, Indigo.
Jack, if this indigo is heretofore unseen, isn't it a little sexist to assume it's a he?
Yeah, since when are diamonds a guy's best friend? Some of the greatest thieves were women. Belle Starr, Ma Barker, Madonna. What? I paid $8 to see Swept Away.
Thank you for taking the time to drag my Paleozoic male consciousness into the 21st century. Could we please get back to the case? Now, it goes without saying.
Then why say it?
What?
Whatever it was you were about to say.
Because it needs to be said.
Not if it goes without saying.
But it's very important information.
It's already been said.
Yes?
To us?
Of course.
So you're just saying it for the benefit of someone who might be watching who didn't hear you say it before?
I guess I am.
Jack, I never thought I'd be saying this, but can we please get back to the case?
Okay, Jack, we're at the door.
Yes, Dr. Frankel, it's happening again. The unshakable feeling I'm a sidekick whose only purpose is to give exposition in an action-adventure show. Hold on. Yes, what?
We're at the door.
Good. Now, just to remind you, I mean, not to state the obvious, but the reason you're going in... No, never mind. Carry on. Dr. Frankel, it's getting worse.
Ready, set.
And wait. Ouch. Is that hot or what?
Come to Mama.
My toes are starting to curl.
Thank you. I know I don't get dressed up a lot, but this is a sort of casual elegance that I think most naturally complements both my personality and my, shall we say, slender-ish physique.
Sorry. We were talking about the plasma screen. That's a new monitor, isn't it?
You thought we were talking about you?
That must be so embarrassing.
Would my face be red?
So, how exactly does it work? You sit around plotting all these various little ways to humiliate me?
Sometimes, sure. Like over lunch.
Or if we have a few spare moments in the car.
Mostly it's just spur of the moment, though.
Now, let's make it the spur of some other moment, okay? I've had a bad morning. I'm wearing a tuxedo because our next mission is a wedding, and I was trying it on, and the sales lady stuck a pin in my thigh, and then her 5-year-old son spilled a grape juice box all over my clothes, and I have to wear this while my things are getting dry cleaned, not to mention the fact that on the way over here, I got a $200 speeding ticket, and a huge yellow dent in the side of my car when I got sideswiped by a huge yellow Humvee.
Our next mission is a wedding?
The daughter of a U.S. ambassador is getting married, and you're going undercover at his mansion.
Wow, nice spread.
Ooh, this is gonna be tough. I'm not used to being in a mansion unless I'm robbing it.
Maybe we should steal something. You know, just to feel comfortable.
Oh, Jack, can we
Jack, come on,
please? Just one thing. We'll put it right back.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea. I insist you rob the home of the very important political figure who's employing us.
I get it. We make a joke and you pretend to be going along with us, but you're actually being sarcastic.
It's very clever.
And very effective. I'll think twice before trying that again.
The ambassador's daughter, Elaine, is flying in tomorrow with her fiancé, Yuri Borovny, the crown prince of Turkmenistan. No, Turkmenistan. No, wait. Men-Turkestan. Anyway, it's a stand. It's a very important stand, and the ambassador has reason to believe that she may need our help.
So the daughter of an important political figure is marrying a crown prince.
Sounds so movie of the week.
I cast TV's James Vanderbeek as the groom.
There's been a death threat.
On James Vanderbeek?
Yes, the death threat is on James Vanderbeek.
The sarcasm thing again.
I noticed.
Elaine! Somebody threatened to kill Elaine. Just pick up your packets, will you please?
Back before I was spending them, in prison.
Something to kill the pain?
And just a beer.
Same for me.
Oh, and I'll have a banana dream. That's 1 shot of banana liqueur, 1 shot of vodka, a smidgen of orange juice, and a splash of non-fat milk. Blended in a Poussey cafe glass, or a parfait glass if that's handier. Oh, and don't worry about the little umbrella. Happens all the time. Everyone in the place orders one and they run out of non.
Adjusters, lawyers. Why do you wreak havoc and destruction everywhere you go?
It's what we love.
They were cheating people, Jack. I mean, I was just doing my part for truth, justice, and the American way.
By destroying a public establishment and crippling half the people inside?
It's either that or work for the government.
Well, congratulations, ladies. Your record for destruction now ranks just below the Visigoths. German barbarian tribe, raping, pillaging, sacking Rome. As a history major, there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
What are you gonna do, ground us?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes. Your orders are to leave here, go directly home, and remain there where you'll be under house arrest.
Oh, kidding me.
Not to leave there for so much as a loaf of bread, cup of sugar, square of toilet paper. Is that clear? It will be delivered. Oh, and you have an assignment.
An assignment?
This is Conrad Blaine, millionaire businessman and lead government negotiator for the recent UN trade agreement. And while he's in Geneva for the last round of talks, you'll be watching his daughter, Ashley.
What, he can't afford a babysitter? I mean, a neighborhood kid would do it for $5 an hour on the key to his liquor cabinet. Right, not in the mood.
Now, these negotiations are very important for relations with the third world, which means there's always somebody who wants to disrupt things. Now, we have word that, don't ask, that an extremist group may try to kidnap Ashley so that they can disrupt negotiations. Therefore, you are to give her round-the-clock protection until we deem it safe. If you blow this, if you leave that house, you know the only bars you'll be seeing are in the state prison. It's punishment. It's meant to be unpleasant. I fully expect you to feel as miserable and helpless as you made me feel. And hey, you know, have fun with it. Well, Jack, I can't. Special Agent Angela Connolly. Sadly, she was killed while on an undercover assignment inside Fondles, the singles-only community.
Fondles, that figures. Cutesy little titillating name used solely to pull in the raunch-driven masses who think sleaze and decadence is a substitute for leading meaningful lives.
Actually, it was named after the owner, Chuck Fondles.
Or that.
Now, Agent Connolly was very close to exposing a foreign spy, a reportedly violent sociopath codenamed The Player. Now, we know he set up a hidden communication center inside the complex to transmit stolen government codes. We also know he has ties to a rogue group within Icelandic intelligence.
Icelandic intelligence?
Never heard of it.
Which tells you how good they are. Now, there are a number of potential suspects living in the complex. Chief among them, the building manager, Liev Schreiber. Not the actor, of course.
What actor?
Never mind. We set you up as his assistant so you can watch him more closely.
The actor?
The building manager.
Oh, then who's going to be watching the actor?
Nobody. There isn't any actor.
Then why do you keep talking about one?
I don't keep talking. Just do what he asks. He's got a temper, so don't make him mad and don't get fired.
What do we do?
Maybe if you actually opened your case packets.
A bit testy. A little chafing of those chaps there, buckaroo.
You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents.
Woo!
You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents looking for other suspects. You'll be living there, okay, mingling with the residents looking for other suspects. You'll be going in as cheerleaders for an arena football team.
Arena football. Why not the NBA or the NFL?
Couldn't get the rights. Your cover names are in there, too.
Tango and Breeze? Sounds like a couple of fruit drinks.
And I hate cheerleaders.
How can you hate cheerleaders? They're an American institution like baseball, apple pie, tax evasion.
The whole idea of it, 16-year-old virginal young girls in their tight little short skirts, bending over so middle-aged men can get a peek at their underwear, thrusting out their chest and shaking their pom-poms, jumping up and down, writhing and grinding and rubbing their hands all over their bodies, dancing themselves into some sort of sexual frenzy.
Oh, yeah. No, I hate that, too. So, you all have your assignments. Let's get started.